today I'm going to share with you guys probably something that if you're new to beekeeping is going to come up if you harvest your honey. And I'm going to show you guys what happens because when you store your honey, you know, we're not pasteurizing or anything like that because we don't want to kill all the beneficial enzymes. And by the way, if you're new to our channel, this is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. My name's Doug. We live in the Midwest in a log cabin that we built ourselves from the forest. And we also post videos here on YouTube and we kind of share our adventure and all the things that we've been learning over the 7 years of living with no electricity, no solar panels, no wind turbines, no water power. We have gravity fed water system, stuff like that. So hit the subscribe button, catch a few videos and get caught up. But in this video today, we're going to talk about how to turn your crystallized honey back into good honey. They're both good and honey never goes bad, but people see that honey crystallizes, they assume it went bad, and they actually even throw it away. Don't do that. So today I'm going to show you guys a method on how you can rejuvenate your honey. This is a 5-gallon bucket here of honey that we have harvested. And because we store it and, you know, it gets cold over the wintertime and stuff, it actually crystallizes. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is what it looks like right now. It just really gets kind of hard. And it almost has like that kind of a butterscotchy kind of a look to it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to scoop out a jar of this, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get it back to the normal looking honey that you always see. So basically just using a regular type mason jar with a flat and a ring on it, no big deal. We have another type of jar that we also put honey in, but I'm using this just so I can show you guys right from the get-go. So what you want to do is just get a nice size spoon like I have here, and then just basically scrape your honey into there, your crystallized honey into your jar. We had a good time down there at the Deep South Homestead gathering, and if you guys attended that, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. And if you didn't, maybe you can make it to Baker Creek Seed Company because we'll be down there in the first Sunday, Monday in May. So that's really going to be a good time. A lot of people are going to be there for that one. And then after that, we'll be in Santa Rosa, California for the Heirloom Expo. And then we'll also be in Virginia for the premier Homesteaders Conference in America called Homesteaders of America. And at that place we'll have Eustace Conway from Mountain Men, Joel Salatin, Stacy Lynn Harris, she's an author and cook, and just a whole bunch of other people that will be there. And I think they're just getting ready to announce one more person to the speaker lineup, which a lot of you guys will probably really enjoy. So we're just going to keep filling this jar up until the very top. You can see I've got the jar filled up. Now, you know, there's no particular, like, you know, canning or fermenting or anything where you have to fill it up to a certain amount. I just fill it up pretty good, and then I'm going to wipe off the stuff that's on the outside here, so that way I can get the lid on, because you definitely want to have the lid on. And then I'll show you guys how to magically get this to back to the normal state of honey that we're used to. So also leave a comment down below if you've ever had honey that crystallized and you actually threw it out. Just go ahead, intervention time, leave a comment down below and tell us if you've ever had honey crystallize on you and you actually threw it out because you didn't know any better. Alright, we'll move on to the next phase. Okay, we're going to put the flat and the ring on the jar. There you go. And then we're going to move right on over here. What we're going to do here is we're going to put the jar into this water that's sitting on our wood cook stove. We have a Pioneer Princess wood cook stove, and you know, it's running all the time, and we keep this water on here to help put humidity in the air for the cabin, because when you use a wood cook stove, it really sucks all the moisture out of the air. So just like canning, you want to put something on the bottom so the bottom of your jar doesn't come in contact with the bottom of the pan. And you want to just put your jar right in there on top of your cloth or whatever it is you're using inside of there, and then you just let it sit. Now the temperature of the water should be right about 100, 110, 115 degrees, because we don't want to get it over like 145, because then it'll actually start to pasteurize your honey, and you want to keep all the beneficial enzymes in your honey when you're kind of rejuvenating it back to its original state. So we're going to leave that in there for a little bit, and I'll let you guys know exactly how long it took for that to get rejuvenated, and I'm also going to show you how it looks when we're all finished. The honey's been in the water now for about 20 minutes. We're going to pull it out and see what's cooking. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting a lot of liquidation here where it's turning back into the real honey, and we still have a portion that's crystallized there at the bottom. So now what I like to do here is I'll get a towel and I just kind of mix it around a little bit just to make sure that the crystallized type honey doesn't stay at the bottom. And now we'll put it back inside of the water and just let it continue doing its thing. Making honey right with Doug tonight. So right now I'm going to take it out. It's probably been about another 10 minutes. So we'll get it pulled out of here. Oh yeah, you can see totally good, all back to normal. It's crazy how that works. So just remember, don't overheat it. You don't want it to get above like 100, 110, because about 130, 145, that's your pasteurization point, and that's what's going to kill the enzymes and everything else. Honey is awesome. It's an antibiotic. It does so much good for you. If you can actually have a spoonful of honey every day, that is really going to be good for you. So I'm going to show you guys again how the honey looks. There you go. As you can see, it's all looking very normal and back to how it's supposed to look. So that's your honey hot tip for today. Don't forget, honey never goes bad. So if you guys have some in your cabinets or something like that, and it looks crystallized, all you have to do is put it in warm water. Now I will caution you too, if they're in plastic containers, maybe move those into glass and then do it that way. We don't really heat up any plastic around here, and we don't recommend that you do either. So hopefully this was a good tip for you guys, that you know now that honey never goes bad, and how to render it back to its original state, so that way you can enjoy it and maybe even pass it out to some friends. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.